Hari Om to all. Today, what I felt like sharing is one of my ways of reaching out to students in this modern age. In the earlier days, students learned music and dance in the Gurukul system, where they were continuously exposed to whatever specific area they were learning. For example, a particular raga. But in these days, when students have classes only once or twice a week, and they're exposed to so many other types of music and dance the rest of the time, I find that it is very difficult for them to just assimilate the feel of the raga and to be able to express the same. As such, I personally have found that it's easier to get across to students if I teach a particular alap, relating it to something closer to home, mostly in their day to day lives. Uh, Perhaps something related to studies, or something more emotional, or something as mundane as getting to work. So I'll now play an alap, and then we can hear from students how they perceive the same. Today, I've asked three of my intermediate students to help to illustrate this. Advait, who has just completed 12th and is awaiting college admission. Madhavi, a psychology graduate currently pursuing her master's in the same field. And Anu, a BCom graduate who is doing articleship for CA. So now it's over to the school student, Advait.
Hello everyone, I'm here to give the perspective of a school student's thought process who has just got his results and has scored a low mark. I scored really low marks in this board exam. I was really careless and less bothered about what would happen. Maybe it's fine, my ambition requires skill more than studies. But what if colleges select students based on merit? Then that would be a huge disadvantage for me. Uh, at first, uh, maybe I should stop whining and think about the future. And I will work hard that I'll polish my skills and be really good at what I do. Last time I did a big mistake by being careless and less bothered about what would happen. This time I will make sure that I won't do that same mistake again. After all this flooding thoughts, I'm taking a deep breath and calming myself down.
That was very interesting, Advait. Now, can we hear from the budding psychologist, Madhvi?
So mine is from the perspective of a child that's trying to walk. So the child really feels this need to walk consistently because every time it's tried, it's fallen or it's just, got, it's hurt itself. The child is, starting to get scared because it's thinking about doing so and it thinks about what if it falls. It's thinking about the ifs and thens, and there's this conflict which is happening within, and eventually the child comes out of it and it says that no matter what, even if I fall, I will pick myself up and continue to walk, or slowly get myself to get up and then walk, baby steps. So the child slowly crawls and eventually gets up and takes small steps, but eventually it's encountered with an obstacle, and then it trips and falls. It hurts itself a little, and it feels very scared after that. It feels very scared. It cries, it screams, but then eventually it remembers its goal. So it slowly crawls, gets up, and it continues to walk and it reaches its destination. So it feels very content and happy. It feels very accomplished and it feels so accomplished that it feels like it can accomplish anything and everything in this world.
That was indeed a small insight into child psychology from Madhavi. Now let's hear it from the CA. Are we going to hear some calculations, Anu?
No calculations. When I heard the alap, I related it to the traffic. When you take your vehicle on the road and you're going ahead, the way the cars move, the way you drive, everything you can embed into this. So this is how my perspective is. So you're leaving for office on a regular day. So the place where that da, pa, so that it sounds like a speed breaker. So there are a lot of speed breakers when you go on the road. So it's like jumping one of them. So you have smooth roads also. So you're just going ahead and you reach the main road. So once you reach the main road, to enter the main road, you have a lot of vehicles coming and going. So it's like you're dodging each and every vehicle, maybe a car, a scooty, a bike, it could be anything. So you're dodging vehicles and going. And then suddenly there's a car or a bike or a scooty in front of you that slows down without giving you an indicator. So you slow down. So that is it, pulling into to pulling your brakes to slow down. And you go on the road as usual with the speed breakers and the smooth roads as usual. So there are a lot of heavy vehicles on the roads, a truck, a bus, usually a bus. So when you are trying to overtake a bus or a bigger vehicle, that whole this thing, from which side can I go, that sort of thing, especially when you're riding a two-wheeler, that you can just go in through anywhere. So the that sort of a searching, and then and you overtake and you go in front. So that feel. As you overtake, there's always, especially on roads like on the agricultural roads, you find a lot of people who are ready to race, bikers especially, who are ready to race with you. And especially when they see you overtake, and I think it instigates them, and that whole race. So that the going up and down. And once you start going forward. So, and as you go forward, the other person, the other biker doesn't usually slow down, so they rush off. So that the whole going fast, so until he's out of sight, he goes off like that. He or she, sorry. And once the biker is out of sight, you realize that you are getting late for work and you need to go to work, and you start focusing on the road and taking the right roads to get to your destination. And you just fly off to reach your destination. So that was my end of the story.
So that was a very practical perspective indeed, Anu. Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Madhavi. Thank you, Advait. These are some of the ways that students are able to connect and learn Alap. Of course, as they keep playing, they don't require these any longer, as the raga itself gets to them. So this is what I felt like sharing. Thank you for giving your time to listen. Hari Om.